With matchday 37 now in the books in the Sky Bet EFL Championship, it's time for a quick look back at the weekend's premier matchups in England's second division. Brighton and Hove Albion starts us off as they hosted Derby County at the Amex Stadium in Friday's tilt. Andy Knockaert began the home side's assault just 5 minutes in with his 13th goal of the season, setting the tone for what would be a dominant performance by one of the league's top sides. Sam Baldock would net his 11th of the season just before the break with an assist from Glenn Murray, who would then get a goal of his own to close out the match. Murray's 18th of the season and a thorough beating of the Rams from the Seagulls, who draw level on points atop the league table. That brings us to Newcastle, who could have gone back in front of Brighton at the top of the table with a home win against Fulham, but the Magpies came up short against the Cottagers. In fact, the visitors put up 3 goals before Newcastle even got on the board. Tom Carney opened up the scoring for the Whites 15 minutes in on a setup from Scott Malone. Then, 16-year-old Ryan Sessegnon started his own coming-out party with a pair of strikes to put this one out of reach for the Geordies, who would get one back off the boot of Daryl Murphy, but would lose 3-1 and now top the table on goal difference alone. Meanwhile, a single goal proved to be enough for Huddersfield Town as they visited Griffin Park. Raheem Van La Parra with the game winner at the expense of the host Brentford as they look to maintain the pressure in the top 2 sides above them. Over at Villa Park, Sheffield Wednesday was hoping to hop into 5th place, but would come away with nothing. A suddenly hot Aston Villa would ride the goal scoring of Jonathan Kojak to their 4th win in 5 games. Vincent Sassa wouldn't help matters for the Owls, getting sent off just after halftime, but it was the Villains' number 26 who was the main story, scoring his 14th and 15th goals in the process as the Claret and Blue Army moved up 4 places with 1 win. Finally, we head to Deepdale Stadium as Reading visited Preston North End in hopes of hopping over Leeds United and grabbing the 4th spot in the table. But the Royals would hit a brick wall by the name of Tom Barkhuizen in their travels. The Lily Whites frontman opened up the scoring just after the half-hour mark with his 3rd goal of the season to get things started for the home side. Daryl Horgan would add another just before the halftime break, and then Barkhuizen would add a 2nd just after halftime for his 4th goal of the season, putting the cap on an impressive 3-0 win over Reading. The victory keeps Preston North End within striking distance of a spot in the promotional playoffs as Reading suffers their 3rd defeat in 5 matches. This is Gino Fuentes with beIN Sports.